National White Cane Safety Day annually celebrates the achievements of people who are blind like me or visually impaired. The day marks the importance of recognizing the white cane. This white cane is not only a tool, it also represents the independence of us who are blind worldwide. This day has been set aside to celebrate all of the achievements of us who are blind or visually impaired, and the principal symbol of blindness, tool of independence, the white cane.
Ako po si Michael Maglaki, mag-aaral sa ikalimang baitang sa Batino Elementary School. Simula po nang ako ay sumali sa pagdiriwang ng White Cane Day, mula po nang mag-umpisa po ako mag-aaral sa Batino, lagi ko pong inaabangan ang selebrasyon na ito. Nagustuhan ko po yung sama-sama pagtitipon ng mga batang katulad ko na may kakulangan sa paningin, kasama ng aming mga magulang at guro. Dahil paraan din po ito upang maipakita namin sa buong mundo na kami ay parte ng komunidad kahit kami ay may kakulangan sa paningin. Sa panahon ng pandemic na bawal lumabas ang mga batang katulad ko, nais ko pa din po makibahagi sa pagdiriwang ng White Cane Day dahil nakikiisa po ako sa adhikain sa tema taong ito. Gusto ko din po sabihin sa lahat ng mamamayan, let's create an inclusive world for people with visual impairment.
Happy White Cane Safety Day. Maraming salamat po dahil marami po kaming na-experience tuwing White Cane Day. Gaya po ng pag-akyat sa bundok, pagpunta sa dagat. Masaya po kami doon. Maraming salamat po.
Empowering equal opportunity for persons with visual impairment is definitely 100% present to Tagaytay City. I am Teacher Steph, a blind teacher from Tagaytay City Central School, DepEd Tagaytay. Being part of Department of Education, I was given a chance to work independently, to socialize enthusiastically with my colleagues. And this is what White Cane Day celebration symbolizes: opportunity, accessibility, and employability. Yes to inclusion, no to discrimination.
Happy White Cane Safety Day mula po sa Paral ng Pag-ibig at Pag-asa, San Pablo City. Sana po matapos na po itong ating pandemya upang mabigyan po muli natin ng kasiyahan ang ating pong mga bata tuwing sasapit po ang ating White Cane Day.
Happy White Cane Safety Day from Paaralang Pag-ibig at Pag-asa, San Pablo City, Laguna. Maraming salamat po sa napakasayang experience na dulot ng pagsiselebrate ng puting baston. Mula po sa mga aktibidad na kanilang mga ginagawa, gaya ng pagtugtog sa harap ng maraming tao bilang pasasalamat sa pagtanggap sa aming mga anghel. Happy White Cane Safety Day po sa lahat ng visually impaired.
Achieving accommodations for children with exceptionality of visual impairment for their nurture and growth. Learning modality for learners with visual impairment in the COVID-19 pandemic.
Until the COVID-19 vaccine is available, I will not allow the traditional face-to-face teaching or learning unless the risk of exposure to the sickness are eliminated. I cannot and will not put to rest the health and lives of our students and teachers.
How could pupils with visual impairment read and answer modules when the modules are in printed form and the teachers could not be with them to orally explain the lessons? Parents or guardians could read modules to pupils with visual impairment, but there is a way for pupils with visual impairment. Audio modules for learners with visual impairment. These are some of the procedures. First, modify modules or learning activity sheets for learners with visual impairment. Modifications include inclusion of lessons in Braille, exclusion or modification of images, tables, diagrams, and other graphics which could give confusion to the learner with visual impairment.
Ako si Joseph Ochoa, teacher sa Naga City Spell Center sa Visually Impaired Department. At the onset of the modular learning modality, naisip ko may mga concerns po kung gagamitin yun ng mga bata, ng mga learners with visual impairment. Lalo na they would have to have lessons in Braille, may mga graphics, may mga images, spelling of words. Kaya po naisip ko na i-convert yun sa MP3. First, I prepared the learning activity sheets, the lessons in Word, modifying the lessons according to the needs of learners with visual impairment. May lessons in Braille, minodify na po natin yung may mga images doon with explanations para sa kanila. And prepare po natin yun na akma with accommodation for learners with visual impairment.
Second, convert module or the LES from MS Word format to MP3 format with technical support of Resource Center for the Blind.
Hi, this is Joseph Bautista. I am a technical staff of Naga Resource Center for the Blind. Ako ko yung naatasan na mag-convert ng module into MP3 format. Before the start of this school year, napag-isip namin na mag-capitalize doon sa hilig ng blind, makinig ng music, and kung ano yung mga available na mainstream devices ngayon, which is cellphone. So, napagkasunduan namin together with the SPED teacher of the blinds na i-convert na lang yung module into MP3, ibigay sa kanila and pakinggan nila sa kanilang mga speakers and cellphones.
So the next thing that we did was we made sure na yung pagpapalitan ng mga materials pag send back and forth is through online. So ang ginagawa namin is the SPED teacher, Sir Joseph Ochoa, would send the Word files to me sa Messenger, and I will check it for readability and accessibility. And what I use is the app called Balabolka. It's a text reader and editor and converting software. I just copy paste the whole module from Word to Balabolka and basically save it into MP3.
Learning Activity Sheet 4.2. Day 1. Safety precautions before, during, and after earthquakes. Have you joined an earthquake drill? Do you know why it is important?
I'll upload it to the Google Drive and then send the Google Drive link back to Mr. Joseph Ochoa again sa kanyang messenger for him to download it and for distribution.
Third, MP3 files are saved on flash drive which are distributed to LES in printed form to parents or guardians.
Ngayon po pag na-convert na yung lesson from MS Word, na-convert na po siya into MP3, audio format na siya. So ngayon po, in the envelopes ng mga bata, kasama po siya ng last, ng learning activity sheet. Kasama niya po yung MP3 file na naka-save sa flash drive. At pagdating po ng magulang, yun po ang complete learning package nila. The envelope with the printed and the last in audio format, yun po ang kukunin ng mga magulang para magamit, mapag-aralan ng mga bata sa bahay.
Fourth, learner with visual impairment listens to audio modules by playing flash drive on Bluetooth speaker at home. Learner answers activities by writing on Braille.
Learning Activity Sheet 3.2. Day 1. Ratio. We will study about ratio. The nearest Braille code for ratio is .5. 2. The code has 2 cells.
Write 5 examples of pronouns. English 6. Learning Activity Sheet 4.1. Day 4. Parts of a sentence. Choose the subject in this sentence. Earthquake is a shaking of the ground.
If learner could not yet write, he or she may do performance tasks with assistance and rating by parent or guardian. Fifth, parent or guardian submits learners' written work on Braille or performance tasks on video or their rating of learners' performance. What if parents or guardians work from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. with day off only on Sunday and no one else could get modules in school?
Ngayon po, there are other concerns. May mga parents po na hindi nakapunta sa school for the regular distribution and retrieval of the modules. Specifically po, ang work duty nila is from 8 to 5 and that goes on from Monday to Saturday with day off only on Sunday. And especially ngayon pong pandemic, they would need all the work they can get. So that's a concern kasi they wouldn't have the time to come to school. Wala rin pong ibang makapunta sa school. So what we did is I would send the soft copy of the learning activity sheet. Modified na din po siya para sa bata with visual impairment through Facebook Messenger. At napag-usapan na namin po ng parent na siya na rin po mag-print nun. And may rubrics na din po doon for ratings ng activity ng bata para yun din po i-send ng parent sa akin pabalik. And with that, learning continues kahit hindi po makapunta physically ang parent or guardian sa school.
These are some of the procedures. First, send a soft copy of module or the LAS to parent or guardian via attachment on Facebook Messenger. Second, parent or guardian downloads file and facilitates lesson to learner with visual impairment. Third, parent or guardian sends learner's works or learner's task form of photos or videos via Facebook Messenger.
I could say that this scheme, this procedure has been very effective for the children with visual impairment. Sa ganitong paraan, they could access the lessons by themselves independently. Hindi na nila kailangang maghintay ng magbabasa para sa kanila. So they could, at their own time, listen to the lessons and answer the activities. Yun po yung sabi sa akin ng mga bata na sarili nila yung oras nila. Hindi nila kailangang maghintay o maghanap ng magbabasa para sa kanila. In fact, one of the parent and guardians would tell me na convenient para sa kanya kasi hindi niya kailangan basahan ang kanyang pamangkin. And in fact, ito pong aking estudyante, he could finish the lessons faster than his cousins. At after his lessons, siya pa ang mag-tutor sa mga pinsan niya. And he has a visual impairment. Tutoring his younger cousins na may regularly sighted. So, yun po, we could say that this scheme has been very effective.
Handa ka na bang magpabakuna? Narito ang mga paalala at hakbang na gagawin sa proseso ng pagbabakuna. Bago ang pagbabakuna, kinakailangan mo nang dumaan sa pre-vaccination screening. Kinakailangan kumuha muna ng medical clearance sa doktor ang mga kabilang sa special population tulad ng mga sumusunod. May autoimmune disease, may cancer, may HIV, sumasailalim sa transplant operation, kasalukuyang umiinom ng steroids, mga pasyenteng may taning na ang buhay dahil sa karamdaman o nakaratay na lang sa kama o bahay. Kapag ikaw ay nabigyan na ng medical clearance mula sa iyong doktor, narito ang mga dapat gawin bago ang araw ng iyong pagbabakuna. 1. Humingi ng schedule at lugar kung saan ka magpapabakuna sa iyong pinakamalapit na barangay health center. 2. Huwag kalimutan dali ng iyong government ID, proof of comorbidity o medical clearance, pati na ang face mask, face shield at hand sanitizer. Sa araw ng pagbabakuna, narito ang mga steps na dapat sundin. Step 1. Waiting area. Siguraduhin kayo ay pumunta sa tamang oras at petsa ng inyong schedule sa pagbabakuna. Hindi papayagan ang mga walk-in sa vaccination sites. Maupo sa bakanting upuan alinsunod sa tamang pagkakasunod na pilang. Hintayin na tawagin kayo para sa susunod na hakbang. Habang nag-aantay, sumunod sa minimum public health standards. Isuot ang face mask at face shield, sundin ang proper physical distancing at ugaliing maghugas at isanitize ang kamay. Step 2. Registration. Sundin ang mga patakaran ng inyong LGU o vaccination site sa pag-register at ipakita ang inyong government ID. Bibigyan kayo ng kopya ng informed consent form, health screening form at mga pamphlet tungkol sa bakuna na pwede ninyong basahin. Hintayin na matapos ang proseso ng registration bago pumunta sa susunod na hakbang. Step 3. Screening. Kayo ay isa sa ilalim sa health screening at tatanungin tungkol sa inyong kalusugan tulad ng history of COVID-19 exposure, history of vaccination, mga gamot na iniinom, kung may allergies at iba pa. Ito ay para makasiguro kung angkop para sa inyo ang magpabakuna sa kasalukuyan. Step 4. Health Education. Makinig sa ibabahaging importanteng impormasyon tungkol sa pagbabakuna para sa COVID-19. Kung mayroon pa kayong ibang katanungan, sumangguni sa ating mga vaccination staff. Siguraduhin na pirmahan ang consent form na pumapayag kayong magpabakuna bago pumunta sa susunod na hakbang. Step 5. Vaccine Administration. Ito ang panahon kung saan kayo ay babakunahan sa loob ng 1 o 2 minuto. Huwag kalimutan na kunin ang inyong vaccination card pagkatapos matanggap ang bakuna. Step 6. Observation. Alinsunod sa Department of Health, ang lahat na magpapabakuna ay kailangan manatili sa pasilidad ng 15 hanggang 30 minuto para obserbahan kung may hindi magandang nararamdaman. Ang ating medical staff ay nakatutok sa inyo para ma-monitor ang inyong kalusugan. Bibigyan kayo ng mga pangalan ng health facility o hotline kung saan pwedeng pumunta kung kinakailangan sumangguni dahil sa side effects ng bakuna. Pagkatapos ng pagbabakuna, huwag kalimutang gawin ang mga sumusunod. 1. Itanong ang mga nais mong malaman tungkol sa vaccine na binigay sa'yo. 2. Huwag kalimutan ang iyong vaccination card. 3. Alamin ang petsa ng second dose ng iyong pagbabakuna. 4. Kunin ang contact number o alamin kung sino ang dapat tawagan kung sakali mang ikaw ay nakadarama ng seryosong side effects. Narito rin ang ibang mga paalala na dapat tandaan. Siguraduhin bumalik sa schedule para sa pangalawang dose ng bakuna. Laging tatandaan na kahit nabakunahan ka na, ay huwag pa rin kalimutan sumunod sa minimum public health standards tulad ng pagsasanitize ng mga kamay, pagsusuot ng face mask at face shield, at pagdistansya sa iba ng 1 metro. Magmask, hugas, iwas, airflow. Ito ay para na rin sa ating proteksyon at sa proteksyon ng iba. Narito ang pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga eligible population na target mabakunahan. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon, bisitahin ang mga sumusunod na pages. Facebook, Official DOH Gov. Twitter, @DOHGovPH. Website, doh.gov.ph. Tara na sa Bida Vaccination!
Empowerment and equal opportunity. Together, we can create an inclusive world for persons with visual impairment. Isang magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Welcome po sa ikalawang araw ng ating White Cane Safety Day Celebration Virtual Symposium na pinangungunahan ng Bureau of Learning Delivery Student Inclusion Division. Katuwang ang iba't ibang ahensya upang ipagdiwang ang White Cane Safety Day. Ako po ang inyong makakasama, Joyce Lopez. Tayo po ay napapanood ngayon sa ating DepEd Facebook Live streaming na naka-cross-broadcast sa iba't ibang Facebook page ng atin pong mga partner government offices and also non-government organization at napapakinggan rin sa Sakto Host Radio. Ngayong araw po na ito, isang napakasayang araw sa ating lahat. Makakadaupang palad po natin ang ating mga partners at invited guests mula po sa iba't ibang non-government organizations na tumutulong po sa mga may kapansanan sa paningin. Naanyayahan ko po ang lahat na makiisa sa pagbibigay galang sa ating pambansang awit sa pamamagitan ng recorded na presentation mula po sa Philippine National School for the Blind Choral at susundan naman ng isang doxology ni Ms. Sarah O. Roberts from Sakto Host.
Ayang mag-iiw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay, lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisig, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mo mukha, may nilagang tula at awit sa paglayang inahaan, ang isap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at ating magdidilig. Lupa ng araw ng walhating pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ikaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
To you I give myself and I surrender, 'cause I'm nothing if not under your care. The best of me happens only when we are together. I can never make it if you're not there. In times of miseries, in times of troubles, when I feel much pain it seems unbearable, there is no one else that I will always call. It's you who've always been my strongest armor. There is nothing in this world that I can give you. I only live and shine because of you. I'll beg you please take me wherever you go. I'll follow your lead. Just walk me through. Now I realized it's time to move on and carry my cross with no hesitation. I need to be just what you want, standing firm on my ground. Help me and let me be the man I am. In times of miseries, in times of troubles, when I feel much pain it seems unbearable, there is no one else that I will always call. It's you who've always been my strongest armor. There is nothing in this world that I can give you. I only live and shine because of you. I beg you please take me wherever you go. I'll follow your lead. Just walk me through. There is nothing in this world that I can give you. I only live and shine because of you. I beg you please take me wherever you go. I'll follow your lead. I'll follow your lead. Just walk me through.
Maraming salamat PNSP Choral Group, gayon din sa iyo Miss Sarah Roberts. Ngayon po mga kaibigan, samahan niyo po ako upang panoorin ang iba't ibang presentasyon ng atin pong mga invited partners again from our non-government organizations na siyang patuloy na nagdidisenyo at gumagawa ng iba't ibang programa para sa ikauunlad ng kasanayan, kaalaman ng mga taong may kapansanan sa paningin na siyang magagamit sa iba't ibang aspeto tulad ng edukasyon, pagtatrabaho, gayon din sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay. Atin pong alamin ang kanilang mga serbisyo at ang mga natutulungan din po ng kanilang mga programa. For our first presenter, for over 25 years, Atrieve have conducted countless trainings and partners for the visually impaired and the communities. Staff and trainers go to different cities and provinces to make assistive technology more accessible. Atin pong tungayan ang inihandang presentasyon ng atin pong mga kasamahan para sa ating lahat.
Adaptive Technology for Rehabilitation. A-T-R-I-E-V-I-N-G space V-I-S-I. Atrieve. Brand. Creating. Vision.
Sa Atrieve.
Site.
Hi Rachel, can you hear me? Sound check?
Yes, loud and clear. I'm ready for my online teaching today.
Hi, I'm Rosel Season, a licensed professional teacher and one of the virtual trainers of Atrieve.
Hello, I'm Rachel May Kirimit, also a licensed professional teacher and still doing what I do best, teaching through Atrieve's online classes.
You've been hearing the word Atrieve, but what is Atrieve and what do it do?
Atrieve is adaptive technology for rehabilitation, integration, and empowerment of the visually impaired, a not-for-profit organization that specializes in IT-enabled opportunities for persons with disabilities.
Atrieve has answers to your questions like, how will I continue or how will I productively continue my education or work from home continually or considering my visual impairment? How will I experience the same thing as my classmates when reading the documents which my teacher gives me if she is not there to guide me? Together, we will show you how Atrieve can change your lives.
Going beyond what society dictates, a group of blind computer enthusiasts put up Atrieve way back 1994. As the only computer IT center in the Philippines, Atrieve makes use of assistive technology so that blind and sight-impaired individuals will have access to higher education and mainstream employment. Shortly after its full operation in 2004, Atrieve started catering to other disabilities, empowering hundreds and thousands of differently abled people over the last 27 years.
The quarantine on the second quarter of 2020 made it difficult for most organizations to be productive. Atrieve, on the other hand, told a different story.
The talented men and women behind the organization put up eAtrieve in May 2020, bringing our trainings from our office in Quezon City to the homes of persons with disabilities all over the Philippines through the power of internet, giving more opportunities for them to learn technology to the comforts of their homes.
In general framework, ano po ba yung conversation highlights? So nakapaloob dito so that they will have an idea kapag figuran po sa NVDA so that they will have an initial impression, an initial impression kung ano yung laman ng documents.
Kamusta po kayo lahat? Siguro bago tayo mag-start,
Mag-greet muna ako ng Happy Father's Day po sa lahat ng tatay nyo, Papa, Daddy, and Lolo.
In fact, 727 participants, including persons with disabilities, teachers, and parents, have benefited from virtual trainings such as
Digital Business Basics Training,
Digital Content Creation Training, General Transcription Training,
Basic Web Design and Web Accessibility Training,
PC Operations with Access Technology Training,
Digital Arts Training,
Parent-Child Digital Team Learning in Windows,
Parent-Child Digital Team Learning in Android,
Inclusive Design Training, Basic ICT for SPED Teachers in Windows.
Atrieve believes in teacher-student team-up.
Double-tap the install button.
Basic ICT for Teachers has two variations, Android and Windows. Teachers learn to use apps and common applications with the aid of a screen reader. In this training, we don't only give educators the understanding on assistive technology.
Picture of mine.
Object, text recognition. Eye mode, edit. Functions, capture button.
To activate 9% speech rate, speed control.
But also give them the skills on how to transfer these skills to their visually impaired students.
We acknowledge the important role of parents in the lives of their child with disability.
Spacebar para hindi siya nagdikit. Kaya nagdikit. Okay. Punta naman tayo sa second line.
Education is the key to help children with disabilities succeed. Equipping parents with the technology to assist their blind children is the goal of parent-child digital team learning. Both parent and child will learn as a team to use a screen reader program to access educational modules.
Access to information has become more than ever important in this pandemic. Persons with disabilities must have unlimited and accurate information through the availability of accessible documents online.
Facebook document. Photo viewer dialog. Heading level 2 comments.
So as you can hear,
button close. Graphic no photo description available.
There is no photo description available yet because it hasn't taken effect. It opens a dialog box wherein we could browse for the picture that we want to upload.
Inclusive design training has helped over hundreds of teachers, government employees, and other professionals who work with or for persons with disabilities make their online and offline documents, presentations, and information accessible.
Okay, sir. Thank you po sa lahat.
Good luck on your presentation. Be mindful of the 5 minutes.
Yes po. Thank you. Thank
Bye-bye.
you po.
All these programs and services wouldn't have been possible without the support of Atrieve's partners, who share the same passion and commitment in helping persons with disabilities.
One or more of our trainings might be for you. To know more about our trainings and services, email us at inquiry@atrieve.org or like us on Facebook at facebook.com/atrieveofficial. Don't forget to visit our website at www.atrieve.org. Join us as we continue to restore more hopes
and transform more lives. And together,
With a tree, we continue creating vision beyond sight.
Is this not a wow presentation? They deserve a thumbs up reaction from our Facebook viewers. Kaya po, bigay na ninyo ang inyong thumbs up sa presentation na ito. A team of visually impaired organizing projects and programs for fellow visually impaired and even their families and teachers to make each one empowered in the technical skills. Their expertise has helped most of the blind community. Of course, isa po ako doon sa natulungan ng Atrib. Kaya naman, thank you so much Atrib team for doing all your programs and continuously offering your services even up to this time. More power Atrib family. Let us proceed with our next presenter. The Parents Advocates for Visually Impaired Children, or PAVIC, was formed in 1999 with just a dozen of parents whose children are either blind, low vision, or with additional disabilities. As of date, PAVIC parent membership is 700 nationwide, with majority in the National Capital Region. Let's all welcome and watch the presentation from our Parents Advocates for Visually Impaired Children.
Okay. Dapat umiilaw yan. Hindi, nandito na eh.
Good day, everyone. I am Eliseo de la Paz, President of Parent Advocates for Visually Impaired Children. My son, Joshua, is 28 years old and he is totally blind. As a parent of a visually impaired child, it is a roller coaster of emotion. We were never prepared for this. Accepting our child's condition is a challenge itself. We struggle with how we deal with him on a regular basis. We think about his education, how we can socialize with his peers. We deal with his emotions as well as our own, and we also become fearful of his future. Raising a visually impaired child comes with a lot of challenges that can be difficult to deal with on your own. It can drain you physically, emotionally, and financially. In 1999, a dozen parents of visually impaired children, recognizing the importance of a parent support group, formally organized PAVIC. Knowing that you are not alone and having other parents similarly situated that you can open up to and share your problems is not only comforting, but reduces stress. Being able to help other parents through your experiences is also very refreshing and rewarding. Guided by our vision and mission, PAVIC through the years has been at the forefront of empowering parents to be strong advocates in promoting the rights of their children with visual impairment to equitable and accessible services. We are grateful of the strong support from our partners, Resources from the Blind, Perkins International, and ICEBI for guiding us through all these years. We as parents play a crucial role in our children's development. In line with this, PAVIC adopted programs and activities in order to equip the parents with knowledge and skills to be effective leaders and advocates for the betterment of their children. Even at this time of COVID-19 pandemic, we had continuously reached out to parents using available social media platforms. We have our regular Friday parent group sessions hosted by Perkins to provide support, counseling, and encouragement, especially to young parents. We share experiences and practical solutions in addressing the needs of our children. We also conduct online training for parents on basic Braille reading and writing and the use of abacus so that they can properly guide and teach their children. Every 3 years, we gather parents from all around the country for a national congress to discuss issues and concerns in their respective areas and plan together on what we can do to address these problems. We also invite resource persons from government and non-government agencies, parents, professionals, and other stakeholders to share with us their experiences, informations, programs, and activities that would redound to the benefit of our parents and children with visual impairment. Last May 21 to 23 of this year, our 6th National Parents Congress was successfully held via online platform. This was attended by more than 100 parents from around the country. We also have guests, parents, and other professionals from Bhutan, Indonesia, Malaysia, India, Singapore, and USA. We are honored to have Dr. Frances Gentle, President ICEVI, and Ms. Deborah Gleason, Director, Asia and Pacific Programs, Perkins International, as guest speakers on that occasion. For advocacy and awareness, we conduct orientation and mobility training for parents, teachers, government personnel, hotels, amusement parks, department store, frontliners, and other service providers so that they can properly assist persons with visual impairment. We engage our children in different sports activities through our yearly visually impaired sports training and advocacy program to develop their skills and agility, physique, and confidence. We also actively participate in the yearly celebration of the White Cane Safety Day to raise awareness on the importance of the white cane to people with visual impairment. Early intervention at an early age of our children with visual impairment is very crucial for parents to better manage and care for their children. However, these activities have been increasingly difficult to access because of the lack of therapies in the localities and or the high cost it entails. PABI conducts therapy orientation and skills transfer training for parents to help their children cope up with their daily activities and at times bring the therapists to the provinces to attend to the needs of their children. During this pandemic, PABIC, in partnership with the University of Santo Tomas College of Rehabilitation Sciences, conducts online teleconsultation and rehabilitation sessions with our children with visual impairment. PABIC continues to undertake other activities that would capacitate and empower parents to be strong advocates for their children. On the national front, PABIC joins with the other disability people's organization in calling for the government to strictly enforce all disability-related laws and resolutions as enshrined in the Philippine Constitution, the Magna Carta for Disabled Persons, and the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability in order to attain an inclusive and integrated society that leaves no one behind. In closing, let me quote Helen Keller. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. Thank you and God bless.
Wow! Pavik have gone this far. Thank you very much po, General Ellie, for giving us the presentation of all the initiatives of the group that truly helped our parents in raising their blind children. More power to the whole Pavik team. Sabi nga po nila, Bookshare makes reading easier. For people with dyslexia, blindness, cerebral palsy, and other reading barriers can customize their experience to suit their learning style and find virtually any book they need for school, work, or the joy of reading. Kaya naman po, pakinggan po natin ang inihandang presentation mula po sa representative ng isa sa pinakamalaking online library sa United States, ang Bookshare.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity for being part of this White Cane event led by the Department of Education, and to be able to share the best practice and how Bookshare helps our VI community. Beyond just enhancing life experience through reading for learners with print disabilities, Bookshare is for accessibility and inclusion for all. This is Aggie Angeles, Outreach Representative in the Philippines. What is the Bookshare Global e-Library advantage? First, customized reading accessible in multiple formats available on the cloud. Second, over 900,000 books have been collected in 20 years, made available to subscribed regular members globally. Third, books can be read online via Read Now or on the go or downloaded in the member's preferred gadget 24/7. In the Philippines, a regular member is charged annually for a minimal membership fee. For students and adults, the price of a book with payment assistance through certifying partner, resources for the blind. Who qualifies for membership? These are the blind, low vision, dyslexic, deaf-blind, those with cerebral palsy, those with ophthalmology certification to use digital technology for education and life skill learning due to eye defects impairing reading. There are a variety of learning content in the Global Library, which are available for kids, teens, for teachers, adults, and in 2021, we have in fact added a special collection of books authored by persons with disabilities. How to read with Bookshare? First, what you need is a mobile internet or broadband connection to download the books. Since the books are in kilobytes, it takes up little storage space in the gadget. The member can choose his or her preferred gadget, be it a desktop, laptop, tablet, phone, MP3 player, Braille screen reader. And he or she can choose the preferred reading format. For those with no internet, you can just download the book, store it in your phone or disk, and read it later. Bookshare is accessible via various screen readers. You have VoiceOver over iPhone, TalkBack for Android, JAWS, NVDA, Dolphin Easy Reader, and most recently, we have Thorium. You can read in different ways. You have Daisy with images and audio. You have EPUB 3, Read Now for online reading, MP3 and store in phone, and do audio reading, and the compressed watermark Word, wherein you just use the read aloud feature built in Word. And this is very helpful for the teachers. Allow me to share the story of Kevin Leong, our Bookshare member.
My name is Kevin Leong, and I am in 6th grade. Reading was really hard for me before I found out about Bookshare because it took a long time to find my spot. It was hard for me to see the small print sometimes, and I'd get really tired. I barely read because I had to strain to read the book, and I'd be really tired, so I would not read that much. I am really happy about being able to have Bookshare. it allows me to be able to listen to the books and understand what's going on, or I can enlarge the print, which helps me a lot. It will read to me.
To access Bookshare's vast collection from his iPad, Kevin simply launches the Read2Go app and logs in to his Bookshare account. Then he searches for a book, either by title, author, or ISBN. Once he finds a book he wants to read, he can download it. Read2Go lets him choose whether to read the book now or to save it for later. If he chooses to read the book, Read2Go will open it and Kevin can start reading right away. After opening a book, Kevin can adjust the settings according to his preferences and needs. For example, he can change the text and background colors, and he can adjust the speed at which the book is read to him.
I use Bookshare almost anywhere. I use it at school. I use it on the go when we're driving places, when I'm waiting for my brother, or when I'm just sitting there at home bored. I like to pull out my iPhone, iPad, and read. I can stay on top of my schoolwork and get everything that I want done and have a little bit more free time or things that I can catch up on. My self-esteem has increased greatly because I am able to keep up with the class and get my assignments done on time.
Bookshare is powered by Beneficent Technology based in Palo Alto, California, USA. Outside of Bookshare, it also builds libraries for private and government sectors in various countries. We have a library in India. We have 2 NGOs in India that have their own libraries. We have one in Saudi Arabia, Australia, Great Britain, Canada, Qatar, Kenya, and the whole continent of Africa. We also do book conversion training workshops and GCA certification on how to convert accessible books or write accessible books for publishers, teachers, and writers. We invite you to visit and explore our website, www.bookshare.org, and contact us at these numbers. I have with me also Ms. Rhea Gontalilib, our membership support, and of course, Ms. Maya Trigala of Resources for the Blind, who is our certifying partner and subscription administrator. You can email us anytime at bookshare.org. And please visit also our Bookshare Facebook page, Bookshare Philippines 2020. There are also various video tutorials which you can find on YouTube. I take this time as well to announce our Bookshare Storyteller video contest, which commences this White Cane month of August to end October 30, 2021. The awards will be announced and presented during the National Book Week, which ends November 30, 2021. We invite Bookshare members age 7 to 15 years old to participate in this contest. Please register your intent with Resources for the Blind and await further announcements. Again, we thank you for being part of White Cane 2021. As we say, self-discovery with books is a path to wealth and a way out of poverty. Tulungan natin ang mga kabataan para sa magandang kinabukasan. Maraming salamat po.
With the advent of assistive and accessible technologies and innovations initiated by Bookshare, reading have become possible for us visually impaired and those who are experiencing barriers in accessing reading materials. Truly not a short-term impact, but a long-term benefits for us all. Thank you very much po, Miss Aggie, and for the whole Bookshare team. Now we can gladly say, reading is fun. For our next presenter, we believe when resources for the blinds or RBI thrust on including intervention of children with visual impairment at the earliest age possible to minimize or even avoid the expected developmental delays in their cognitive, communication, motor, and social skills. Being able to train early both the child and the parents on how to deal with the disability will yield better results in terms of acquiring academic and life skills that will enable the personal and everyone around him to live a normally life. This is evident when resources for the blind reach out to administrators of schools and universities in partnership with the Commission on Higher Education, or CHED, and became more assertive in its drive for inclusion of students with visual impairment in the higher education. Now, let us witness the wonders at resources for the blind.
Resources for the Blind, Inc. RBI, 3 decades of serving the blind in the Philippines. Our vision is for all Filipinos who are visually impaired to be able to reach their fullest potential in life and service that God has for them. Mission to design and implement programs that will enable those with visual impairment to understand and reach their God-given potential in life and service. Registered with the SEC. Founder was Dr. Arthur Lau, and the first project was the Filipino Braille Bible. In 1989, partnered with CBM in the production and eye screening programs. Started early intervention and established partnership with the Department of Education. In 1990, held the Summer Teachers Training in partnership with the Philippine Normal University. 1992, launched the annual Summer Camp for Blind Children and Youth. Program for children with multiple disability and visual impairment. 1996, First National Teachers Congress. 1999, launched the radio program Si Bartimeus at Ako in partnership with FEBC. Partnered with Overbrook Nippon Network on Educational Technology or OnNet to set up computer resource centers in 6 schools. Year 2000 launched Computer Eyes in partnership with IBM. 2002, RBI Manila opened a preschool center. It serves as training center for teachers and prepares blind children for mainstream education. The job placement program provides college graduates access to mainstream employment. In 2006, primary eye care training was started in Cebu. In 2008, the parent support group MACV was formed. In 2009, RBI Manila opened the Student Resource Center. 2011, RBI Preschool was granted a lifetime permit to operate by the Department of Education. In 2013, partnered with Bookshare, an online library of accessible ebooks. In 2015, 2 projects in partnership with the USAID was launched: Reading the Unsigned under All Children Reading and Adult Braille Literacy or ABL in partnership with Jerry Rojas Foundation. In the same year, Executive Director Ron DeWeiser was given the Presidential Award. In 2017, the Marrakesh Treaty Forum was held. RBI also received a grant from Siloam Center for the Blind. In 2018, delegates from the Christoffel Linden Mission and the Federal Ministry of Economics, Cooperation and Development from Germany visited the RBI office. In the same year, the Board of Trustees went on an immersion trip to Pampanga and Pangasinan. For the past 3 decades, RBI had been providing full spectrum of services for the blind and visually impaired persons. When the pandemic struck the world, everything changed in an instant. We had to stop most of RBI's services requiring face-to-face encounters with our blind clients. To respond to the challenges brought about by the pandemic and the safety protocols mandated by our government, we had to shift gears and translate most of our inclusive education training modules into virtual teaching and learning modules. We also used all forms of social media to reach out to our clients and to let them know that we are still around to walk beside them. By the fourth quarter of 2020, we were pleasantly surprised by the great demand for our online courses among the blind and visually impaired. We are very much aware that this pandemic is more difficult for the blind, so we pray that this will all be over soon. But amidst COVID-19, truly RBI is not stopping. As long as the need is still there, we trust that the Lord will enable us to continue serving the blind, because great is thy faithfulness. RBI, serving the blind in the community, for our country, for God's glory.
In the lives of persons with visual impairment. That's the impact of RBI to all of us in the community. From education to employment and even in the spiritual aspect of the lives of each blind person, RBI has played a big role for all of us. Thank you for bringing us back to where and how it started, and showing us now how this organization have gone this far. Karangalan ko po na sa loob ng 13 years, naging kabahagi ako ng organisasyon na ito. Maraming salamat, Resources for the Blind, for making a difference in the lives of all visually impaired Filipinos. Next presenter, Philippine Blind Union, is the voice of the Filipino blinds and visually impaired, united to work for the promotion, protection, and exercise of basic human rights. Let us welcome and watch the presentation from the Philippine Blind Union.
Isang COVID-free na araw sa ating lahat. Mga kapatid at ate at kuya, ako po si Ching Ranyola, Chairman ng Philippine Blind Union. Ang Philippine Blind Union or PBU ay isang national organization for persons who are blind and visually impaired in the Philippines, which is affiliated with the World Blind Union. Ang PBU po ay isang advocacy group na binubuo ng mga OPDs or Organizations of Persons with Disabilities, na ang layunin ay itaas ang antas or isulong ang karapatan ng mga kasama nating may kapansanan sa paningin. Naglalayon na itaas ang antas ng kabuhayan ng mga kasama nating mga blind and visually impaired sa larangan ng inclusive education and kabuhayan or employment and livelihood. Nais ko rin pong pasalamatan ang lahat ng lumahok sa ating selebrasyon ng White Cage Safety. At sa pagkakataong ito, ay nais ko pong ipaalala sa ating lahat na mag-social distancing, maghugas ng kamay, at magsuot ng face mask.
Isang mapagpalang araw, ako si Victor Escobar, Executive Vice President ng Philippine Blind Union. Bilang COVID response para sa mga masahistang may kapansanan sa paningin na nawala ng hanap buhay ngayong panahon ng pandemya, ang Philippine Blind Union ay naglunsad ng isang programa para matulungan sila sa pakikipagtulungan ng Atrieve Computer Training Center for the Blind at sa suporta ng Free the Children Japan na pinangungunahan ni Miss Sanai Nakajima at Miss Yokari Ishida. Isa sa masugid na tumutulong sa ating mga Pilipinong may kapansanan sa paningin. Ang training na ito ay tinuturuan ang isang participant sa social media marketing tulad ng Facebook at Shopee, online payment services, gayon din yung financial literacy at gumawa ng simpleng business proposal. So sa business proposal na yon na kanilang output, ito yung pinagbabatayan ng screening committee ng PBU upang mabigyan sila ng financial assistance bilang kapital sa kanilang pag-uumpisa ng maliit na negosyo o hanap buhay. Ang mga sumusunod na video ay ang halimbawa ng mga natulungan ng programang ito.
Ako po'y nagpapasalamat na binigyan ako ng pagkakataon upang pasalamatan yung mga tao na tumulong sa akin. I-share ko lang po konti sa inyo bago po nag-grant po yung hiling ko para sa ating business. Bago po kasi nagpandemya, isa po akong blind masseur sa Visual Therapeutic Massage dito po sa Balik-Balik, Sampaloc, Manila. Kumikita po ako ng maayos sa araw-araw. Pero nung 2020, March, COVID-19, ay biglang nawala kami ng trabaho. 6 to 7 months yun, nawalan kami ng trabaho. Hindi lang po siguro ako, halos lahat naman po sa buong mundo. Ganun po ang nangyari. Sa 6 months na yun, in 2 months, nahirapan na po kami. Kasi, ubos na yung mga naipon namin. May mga bayarin pa po. Sa pagkakataon po yun, binigyan pa ako ng wisdom ng Panginoon. Paggawa ng gelatin gulaman. Na yun po ang naging katuwang ko sa pagtitinda ko po at sa araw-araw na pangangailangan. Habang wala po kaming work as a blind masseur. Doon sa 6 months po, mahirapan po kasi yung paggawa ko ng gelatin. Lalo-lalo na pag pinapalamig ko na po siya. Kung makikita nyo, ito lang po ang ginagamit ko. 2 ice box. Kung nakita nyo po yun, yan po, yan. Yan lang ang ginagamit ko, 2 ice box. Mahirap po kasi kailangan ko siya palamigin. Kung hindi ko po siya mapapalamig, ang hirap naman po ibenta at mag-explain ka pa sa tao ba't hindi siya malamig. At sa pagpalamig po sa kanya, kailangan po ng yelo. So bumibili po ako ng yelo araw-araw. Pinakamababa 40 pesos po na yelo ang bibilin ko para lang siya mapalamig. Sabi ko, sa araw-araw na ganon, sabi ko, gusto ko pang dagdagan yung gawa kong na gulaman. Hindi na kasi hindi siya makakasya sa icebox. Sabi ng manager ko, Vincent, gusto mo ba mag-train sa DBBT? Para kung ano mo yung kailangan sa business mo, may ibibigay. Sabi ko, kung sa business ko, yung kapital, meron naman kasi nag-umpisa na ako. Ang kailangan ko kasi is ref. Sabi ko, sir, hindi pa ako marunong sa Android. At saka bago lang yung cellphone ko. Hindi ko pa masyado. So, yun. Sabi niya, sige lang. So, doon, na challenge pa ako. Sabi ko, bakit hindi? Bibigyan naman ako ng wisdom ng Panginoon para sa aking pangangailangan. Diba? So, nung natapos ko yung training, although nahirapan nga talaga ako, pero by the grace of God, natapos ko po yun. So, salamat po sa lahat ng mga staff ng E-Trip at DBBT na nagturo sa amin, nagtiyaga sa aming mga blind. Nawa po, ipagpatuloy nyo po yung pagtuturo nyo sa mga, hindi lang po sa amin, sa lahat ng mga PWDs. So, yun nga po, nagawa ko yung proposal ko, at ito nga po, kung makikita nyo, ito na po yung ref ko. Yan po. Yan. Yan. Ito. Yan, meron na po siyang yan, mga kailangan ko. Diba? Mas ano na po ako ngayon sa paggawa ng aking produkto. Hindi lang po yan na may darating pa po ng mga produkto. So, salamat po sa PBU, sa buong buo ng PBU. Sana sa iba na tiyaga lang po ang kailangan. May kusa ka na gawin yung isang bagay, ay matatamo mo yung kailangan mo sa buhay mo. At kung mahirapan po kayo, kailangan po natin ng wisdom ng Panginoon. Bibigyan niya tayo eh. Salamat po. Salamat po talaga sa PBU sa pag-grant ng wish ko, ng hiling ko para sa aking business na ang freezer ref po na nagkaroon ako. Salamat po sa inyo and God bless po.
Good day everyone. Ako po si Annabel Villanueva. And today papakita ko po sa inyo kung ano yung mga materials and ingredients na usually ginagamit namin sa aming paggagawa ng puto. By the way, isa po ako sa mga participants na naging beneficiary sa program ng PBU sa ng Digital Business Basic para sa mga visually impaired na nawala ng trabaho or nangangailangan ng trabaho, especially during this pandemic. First, papakita ko sa inyo yung ito, meron ng ginagawa namin puto. So, ito mayroon kaming steamer na 2 layers. Isa sa mga bagong items na burner, papakita ko muna sa inyo. So, bagay siya sa steamer dahil malaki yung size niya, tapos pwedeng yung apoy sa may pinakamalaking part, pwedeng may medium, and pwedeng yung pinakamaliit din. So, pwede rin sabay-sabay yung tatlong yan. Then, yan sa burner. Tapos, meron tayo dito pang sieve, pang sala ng mga ingredients. Tapos, ito yung wire whisk. So, tapos meron ako dito tatlong sizes ng mixing bowl para depende kung gaano karami yung ingredients or yung orders na gagawin namin. Para sa mga measuring tablespoon, merong measuring cup. So ito, kapag lagi na pong ginagamit na, medyo natatandaan ko na madali na i-memorize kung 1 cup, half cup, at saka yung 30 ml, and then 1 tablespoon. Meron tayo dito pang-grate ng cheese. Libre lang ito noon sa Eden. Tapos, ito yung mga molders. Sorry sa arrangement ng gamit at ito marami. Ito yung sample. Ito yung mga maliliit na version namin. Then, most of the time, ito yung mga sizes ng puto na ginagawa namin. Meron din kaming malalaking molders. Aside from puto, gumagawa rin kami kutsinta. Minsan naman, steamed chocolate moist cake. Tapos, ano pa ba? Ito, pang-open ng can. As in, can opener. Tapos, dito naman sa weighing scale, ginagamit namin ito para sa pagtitimbang ng mga ingredients like yung flour, margarine, kasi mas ano po ito, para maging accurate pati sa costing na gagamit. So, aside from plastic bag na pag nakapack ng mga puto, nilalagay din namin dito kapag mga naka-order like 100 pieces. Pero ito First layer 25, so pag dalawang layer 50, pag 100, ito dalawang side yung ginagamit. Kinakat lang to dito sa gitna, then nilalagyan ng cling wrap sa ibabaw. Para medyo mabawasan yung costing na babayaran ng clients. Then, ito yung sealer. Para naman doon sa pag-seal syempre ng plastic bag. Madali namang gamitin kahit na blind. Pipress lang naman. Tapos nag-stop naman siya ng kusa. Ito naman tayo dito sa ingredients. Meron tayo ditong flour. Per kilo lang yung binibili namin. Per kilo, like 2 or 3, ganon. Para mabilis lang umikot yung puhunan. Tsaka hindi ako na-stackan masyado. Then, eto pa, baking powder. Tapos yung mga cheese na binibili namin, yung malalaki na. Kasi, suma. Tapos, ito yung gatas na pinakalan namin. Cowbell. Sarap. Mura. Then, mga sugar. Ito nakalagay. Yan. White. Pero, depende sa recipe. Nagpapasalamat ako sa PBU sa pagbibigay sa akin ng opportunity and sana mapalago namin to. And ngayon nag-aaral pa kami ng ibang mga recipe na pwede namin ilagdag sa business, pwede namin lutuin at syempre pwede namin ibenta sa mga customers namin. So, kung tatanungin niyo paano ko nagagawa yung mga measuring, okay lang naman, especially mga dry ingredients. Pero syempre pag sa mga tinitimbang, andyan naman yung husband ko at saka yung anak ko. So, sila yung taga-tingin ko. Hindi ko pala naipakita, pero madali lang naman pag may melt ng margarine. So, sa kawali namin ginagawa. Tsaka, wala rin pala akong kawali dito. Pero lahat naman yata ng bahay may kawali. And wala rin ako ditong display na margarine. Ang margarine na binibili namin ay usually per kilo. So, anong bala ko after this? Ito, sana maging stepping stone para mas ma-improve namin and magkaroon pa kami ng other businesses. Nag-aaral na rin kami ng baking kasi mayroong spare na oven yung nanay ko na hindi ginagamit. So, hopefully, next video, makapag-share na rin ako tungkol doon. And hopefully din, makapag-video din kami ng paggawa ng niluluto na. So, yun lang po. Thank you very much. And sana na-inspire din yung iba na mag-try din mag-business and kung ano yung pwede nating aralin. Huwag maging hindrance kung ano man yung mga limitations sa especially physical. Thank you. Bye.
Sa aming initial interview sa mga nag-register online, aming napag-alaman na marami ang hindi nagka-qualified at hindi makaka-avail ng DBBT training program. Sa mga pangunahing kadahilanan na walang smart or Android phone, no stable internet connection, at walang sighted companion na pwedeng tumulong sa kanila habang may training. Subalit mayroon naman silang kasalukuyang livelihood activity o ginagawang pagkakakitaan. Tanging kailangan ay tulong puhunan. Sa puntong ito, napag-isipan at napagpasyahan ng PBU Board na i-modify yung programa ng aming pagtulong. Maraming mga blind na nag-submit ng proposal at aming ipinagpatuloy ang weekly online interview na kung saan ini-evaluate ang viability at eligibility ng mga proposal na isinabit nila. Ang mga sumusunod na video ay ang halimbawa ng mga natulungan ng programang ito.
Hello guys! Good morning! Narito tayo sa ating bukuhan sa Wow Buko ni Lance ni Mac. Mula sa Lugawan, napunta dito sa bukuhan. Yan. Nagpapasalamat ako siyempre sa Philippine Blind Union. Dahil sa kanila ay nagkaroon ako ng puhunan upang makapagtawid sa amin sa pandemic na ito at nagkaroon kami ng kunting negosyo. Ito ang aming bukuhan. Yan. Kung gusto nyo mag-order ng buko salad, PM lang po kayo. Meron kami bubuyot, may naka, may pinya. Yan po, at marami po. Meron kayong pambukayo. Gusto niyo po. Order lang po kayo dito sa Wow Buko. Pinasimak. Yan, malaking tulong po yan sa amin. At mamaya po, ako po kahit blind, magbibiyak po ako ng buko. Pupunta po tayo doon sa aking biyakan sa likod. Okay, let's go! Hello guys, narito tayo sa aking biyakan dito sa likod. Guys, blind ako. Magbibiyak po ako ng buko. Aray! Kaya po magbiyak. Hindi tinama. Hindi tumama. Yan, ang galing. Hop. Mali ka, mali. Okay.
Nakita may buka.
Okay, tingnan mo yung guys. Nabiyak po ng bulkidapot, nahulog. Tama po, agoy, malanguhog po, walang laman. Oh my goodness.
Ulit pa, ulit.
Okay. Okay, nabiyak na po. At bibiyak na naman po tayo ng panibago. Ito po, pambukayo pa to. Pero masarap to. Okay, ganyan po Ganyan po, paano magbalat yung... Hindi palibas ay may kapansanan, hindi marunong magbukas ng buko. Aray! Putol na tayo yung daliri ko. Tignan nyo po, yan po magbukas ng buko Hindi yan lang ang kapansanan para maglingkod. Lingkod po. Magbukas ng buko. Uy! Tignan nyo po Lain ako pero magbukas ng buko. Uy! Ikot tayo ng kabaw. Uy! Aray! Napukul na kamay ko po. Yok, ayan Ito sa bukuhan. Inans ni Mac. Wow, buko. Bisay, tingnan mo nga kung abot na yung buko.
Layo pa.
Parang ang layo pa po. Wala pa po Ganda lang po kasi baka maputol po yung daliri ko. Nako, ipis na blind. Aray! Wala pa po, ang layo naman. Parang wala man yata itong... Parang wala po itong bao. Ang layo. Aray! Yan na po.
Yan na.
Opo, makakatingin na tayo ng sabaw. Yan na.
Okay na.
Okay na po. Nakita niya na. Okay na po Yan. Bubutasin po natin siya. Tignan niyo po. Yan, makikita po. Hoy! Saktong-saktong laman po. Wala pa po Yan Yan ito po ang kanyang laman. Wow. Pambukayo. Titikman ko po yung sabaw
Dinura.
Matamis pala. Wow, tamis. Ang sarap. Ito lang yung sa Wow Buko ni Nancy Mac. Ikaw ma'am, baka gusto mo tumigim. Wala pa itong COVID. Napakasarap. Yan po ang pagbibiyak ng blind. Yan ang sinasabi mong blind cock. Okay, babalik po tayo doon sa harapan. Okay guys, nandito tayo sa ating front ng ating bukuhan. Okay, sa ulit, nagpapasalamat ako sa Philippine Blind Union, sa lahat ng staff. Maraming salamat sa inyo pong naitulong sa amin dito sa munting bukuhan, galing sa lugawan, naging bukuhan. Sa susunod po, baka na ito po, ako yayaman. Bye!
Ito, may binibenta ko unang 200 siya.
Pwede pang 100 na lang isa?
Yan yung kasi yung nilalagay namin sa loob, yung talagang panggawa ng pilo.
Hindi naman face wash ito
Ay, hindi. Meron pag gano'n face wash sa loob. 200 yung ganyang kalaki. Gusto kong mag-order ng mas malaki pa sa dyan, meron kasi 350.
Sige, pagkano, talagang malaki pa nga sa...
Yung mas malaki sa dyan, sa 350. Doble halos ang laki niyan dyan. Yung parang rin kay Jonathan.
Sige.
Ganyan sa kalaki. 200 yung ganito. Ito yung mga punta naman.
Receiver?
Receiver? Ay, kaya gusto mo hawakan yung punta. Yung muna, ito. Ayan. May 200 yan, ganyan kalaki.
Ito yung largest.
Hindi. Ano yan? Pangalawa sa laki yan.
Baka pwede pa yun. May punda.
Ah, may punda. Ito ate, yung mga punda. Ito yung 50 pesos ang isa. Ay, pwede ba 3.20 na lang? Ay,
3.20, grabe naman. Ate, ano yung tinapay?
50 ang isa. Kasi yung tatlo.
alam mo yung pandemic na yun eh. Okay lang yan. Hindi naman biglaan ng bayad niya kasi pwede naman tayong pumunta-punta dito eh. Sige, 5.20 na lang. 5.20.
May kulay din, may kulay din na.
May iba pong kulay yan. 200. Ayun lang. 50 pesos isa. Yung mas maliit sa diyan, yan. 35 pesos ang isa. Bali, di mo pwede 30 na lang isa. Kung maramihan ang kukunin mo, sige. Mga isang dosena, ganyan. Ito po. Ay, puso ng puso. 35 ang 35 ang isa.
Papanggap na ako. Uy, syempre kung mamasahe pa ako, kailangan naman 50-30 na lang po.
Sige, sir.
Gandang araw po. Ako po si Joey Postre ng Tacloban City. Ako po ay nagpapasalamat dahil maumpisahan ko na po ang aking pagbibinta ng isda sa binigay nilang tulong. Marami pong salamat lalo na sa bumubuo ng PBU. Marami pong salamat. God bless you.
Hi, ako po si Teresita Bitita ng Iloilo. Ako po ay nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng bumubuo ng Philippine Blind Union. Pag bigay sa akin ng tulong, magsisikapin ko na palalaguin itong puhunan na binigay nyo sa akin. Maraming salamat ulit at saka...
Ako po, si Joel Amistad from Ormoc City, the beautiful city of Ormoc. Again, nais ko po magpasalamat sa tulong na natanggap ko, lalo ngayon sa gitna ng pandemic. Sa lahat ng mga officers sa Philippine Blind Union nationwide, salamat po. Dahil sa tulong ninyo, dahil sa modified livelihood ng PBU, nabigyan ko po ng pagkain, pambili ang pamilya ko. Dahil sa business ko na buy and sell ng vegetable.
Sir Victor, madamo salamat sa tatanan. Kay Sir Raymond, madamo salamat sa bulag nyo nung. Kag tanan nga officer sang PBU. Thank you sa tanan nga bulag nyo sa akon. Ang ipadala nyo nga financial nga kapital sa negosyo. Thank you sir, madamo salamat kabay pa nga kasunod may amo pagin nga bulag ka mo. Thank you, God bless.
Sa mga nais pong tumulong, mag-message po lamang sa ating Facebook page, Philippine Blind Union, o kaya mag-email sa philippineblindunion@gmail.com or philippineblindunion@googlegroups.com. Nais po naming muling manawagan sa ating pamahalaan, particularly po sa Department of Trade and Industry, DTI, TESDA, Department of Labor and Employment, sa DSWD, particular sa NBRC at ABRC, na sana po mas pag-ibayuhin pa po natin ang makatotohanang training at livelihood program para sa mga may kapansanan natin sa paningin. Mga blind massage therapists na sa panahong ito ay talagang nawalan po ng matatag na hanap buhay. Kailangan lang po sigurong palakasin natin ang ating ugnayan upang mapag-usapan at matugunan ang pangangailangan sa matatag na hanap buhay ng ating mga kasamang may kapansanan sa paningin. Maraming salamat po.
To the leadership of Philippine Blind Union, maraming salamat po for presenting to us the initiatives of the organization for our blind friends with our partners locally and internationally. Ganun din, salamat sa ating pong mga kapwa visually impaired sa inyong pong ginagawang mga initiatives para patuloy nyo pong masustenahan ang inyong pang-araw-araw na pangangailangan para po sa inyong mga pamilya. Mula po sa akin at sa buong blind sector, proud po kami sa inyong lahat. More power po sa iba pang mga programa at proyekto na gagawin ng Philippine Blind Union para magpatuloy ang advokasya ng ating sektor. Before we proceed to the next part of our program, the different field stories, let us first be entertained by an intermission number from one of the songbirds of the blind community. I am proud to introduce Miss Sarah Roberts for her song, One.
So many voices wanted to be heard, crying out loud, but no one seems to care. So many questions, but nobody answers. Look at the sky, it seems to be getting darker. We must be one today to save tomorrow before it's too late. Look at the children, the future they face is what we give them. One today to save tomorrow before it's too late. Look all around us, why let it go to so many people struggling to survive, but tomorrow can be brighter. We can make it if we try, if we just try. Time has come now for all of us to see. Together we can make this world a better place to be. We must be one today to save tomorrow before it's too late. Look at the children, the future they face is what we give them. One today to save tomorrow before it's too late. Look all around us, why let it go to today to save tomorrow before it's too late. Look at the children, the future they face is what we give them. One today to save tomorrow before it's too late. Look all around us, look all around us, look all around us.
and that ends the best practices of our non-government organizations. Different advocacies, expertise in different fields, but one in purpose to empower the visually impaired community in the country. Maraming salamat sa programa na patuloy na isinusulong ng mga NGOs katuwang ang iba't ibang mga partners para ang mga planong proyekto tuloy na maisakatuparan. Before we move on, kuha po muna tayo ng ilang mga updates or comments from our Facebook viewers. Siyempre naman, so I am calling on Ms. Ria.
Thank you and good morning, Miss Joyce. Honestly, Miss Joyce, mas maganda ka pa sa umagang ito. Mabuhay po ang lahat ng mga nakatutok sa selebrasyon ng White Cane Safety Day mula Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Pangalawang araw na po natin ngayon at sadyang nakaka-overwhelm po talaga ang mainit na pagsubaybay ng ating mga viewers. We are live on air sa official Facebook page ng DepEd Philippines. At meron na po tayong 267 likers and reactors. We also have 53 sharers and 345 views. And of course, we're still counting. Kaya naman po, please keep on sharing and liking. Tandaan po natin na sa bawat pag-share po ninyo ng ating video na ito ay siguradong mayroon tayong naaabot na mga magulang, mag-aaral at guro na lubos nating mabibigyan ng impormasyon at gabay, pati na po ang pangunawa para naman po sa ikabubuti ng ating mga kapwa na mamamayan na may kapansanan sa paningin. Kaya thank you very much po for sharing. At ngayon naman po, basahin po natin ang ilang mga komento mula sa ating mga viewers. I'll start po ako dito sa isa nating Google participants. Thank you very much po once again for sharing with us on capacitating our parents of learners with disability mula kay Sir Meller Jackson from Camarines Sur National High School, Naga City, Division Region 5. And also, galing kay isa sa mga sharers natin, si Ma'am Mary Ann M. Blanza. According to her, good morning po mula po sa Paaralang Pag-ibig at Pag-asa, San Pablo City, Laguna. Salamat po kasi mas marami pa po kami nalalaman, lalo na po sa anak ko na learner na nasa mainstreaming. Madami po siya natutunan. Salamat po and happy White Cane Day. And of course, kay Ma'am Madel de la Cruz Mendoza. Sabi po niya, God bless po sa patuloy na pagtulong sa aming mga anghel. Ramdam namin na mayroon kaming karamay sa pagharap sa ganitong sitwasyon. Maraming salamat po. At nakakatuwang makita rin po na talagang malawak ang ating naaabot kasama na ang ating mga partner agency, kagaya ng National Council on Disability Affairs at Philippine Information Agency. And of course, kasama rin natin ang ating mga partner non-government organizations. Una po ay ang Adaptive Technology for Rehabilitation, Integration, and Empowerment of the Visually Impaired or ATRIV. And speaking of ATRIV, dalawa po sa mga kasamahan ko na teachers for special education, sina Ma'am Joy Kimba and Ma'am Marife Saralde, are both attending video creation workshop ngayon sa ATRIV. So Ma'am Joy and Ma'am Fe, 10 ng inyong mga kasamahan, happy learning po! And of course, kaisa rin po natin ang Parents Advocates for Visually Impaired Children or PAVIC, Bookshare, Resources for the Blind, Philippine Blind Union, and Philippine School for the Blind. Kaya naman po, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat and keep on watching. And that's all for now. Maraming salamat po sa pagtutok. Back to you, Miss Joyce.
Thank you, Ma'am Ria. At this juncture, we will now take a look on the situation of our visually impaired fellows at the grassroots level. Let us hear their stories from the parents, even from the students, particularly their current situation in the field of education, in the field of employment, or transportation. Let us now watch our field stories presentation.
Isang magandang araw po para sa ating lahat. Ako po si Leon Labial III from Cagayan de Oro City. Isang masaya at happy White Cane Day celebration po sa ating lahat. Ito pong White Cane ay isa sa mga mahalagang bagay na dapat magkaroon ng isang visually impaired dahil ito ay nakakatulong sa amin sa mobility, sa accessibility at inclusion. Ito po ay nagsisimbolo ng aming pagka-visually impaired. Ito po talaga ay malaking tulong sa amin, especially po sa aming paglakbay. Halimbawa po sa school, kapag gusto po namin kumain or gusto namin mag-CR, hindi na kami kailangan pang mabala ng ibang tao na mag-guide sa amin as long as oriented lang kami at dala namin ang aming baston o tinatawag na white cane. So, isa talaga ito sa nagsisimbolo ng aming kalayaan dahil nagagawa namin ang aming gusto na pupuntahan namin ang mga lugar na gusto namin puntahan. Dahil ito ay nagsisilbing bilang mata namin upang makakita at makalakad. So ayun po, maraming salamat sa lahat at sana po ay pagpatuloy po natin na ipalaganap ang awareness na ang white cane ay pagkakakilanlan ng mga persons with visual impairment. So God bless us all and have a nice day.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Ain Janel Gabuya from Cebu, an incoming grade 8 students. I-share ko po sa inyo ang challenges sa bahay, sa school, at sa pagsakay. Challenges ko sa bahay, nagpaturo ako kay mama kung paano gumawa ng gawaing bahay, para matuto ako sa mga gawaing bahay at matutong magluto, maglaba at iba't ibang gawaing bahay para sa paglaki ko. At sa school naman, kahit walang libro, VI teacher, pagsikapan kong mag-aaral para makatapos ako sa pag-aaral at makahanap ng trabaho. At saka nag-dictate lang po yung mga classmate ko at teachers sa akin para marinig ko kung ano yung lesson. At sa pagsakay naman, gusto kong matutong mag-isa sumakay para matuto akong pupunta sa iba't ibang lugar o kaya mga importanteng lakad katulad ng pagpunta ng school, pauwi sa bahay, at sa malls at sa iba't iba pa. Pero honestly, hindi ko pang nasubukang mag-isa sumakay. Gusto ko pang masubukan kasi kasama ko si mama kung saan ako magpunta. At yun lang po ang ma-share ko. Salamat.
Have a nice day to all of us. I am Eileen Gabuya from the province of Cebu, a mother of Ain Janel, a 15 years old totally blind. Taon-taon, mag-celebrate po tayo ng White Cane Safety Day for the awareness of the community. The celebration of White Cane Safety Day ay isa pong batas ng Republic Act 6759 known as the White Cane Act. The law aims to promote and protect the physical, moral, and social well-being of all handicapped persons such as the blind. The said law also designates August 1 of every year as a White Cane Safety Day with a purpose promoting recognition and acceptance of the white cane as a symbol of need of the blind for a specific assistance and a reminder of the individual's duty to care for and accord due respect to them. Ang Whitekin po ay isa pong pinaka-importanting mobility tool ng mga visually impaired person. At tumutulong po sa independent na paglalakad at pagkikilos lalo na sa pagpunta ng school nila. Kagaya sa amin. Malayo ang school namin, sasakay pa kami ng bus papunta doon. We will ride 10 kilometers from our town. So, ang hirap, pagbaba namin, tatawid pa kami sa daan, papunta ng school. So, noong bata pa si Janelle, binubuhat ko po siya patawid at tatakbo po ako parang hinahabol ng aso. Kasi ang bilis ng mga sasakyan doon. Nung nakabili na kami ng white cane, so convenience na kami sa pagtawid kasi nakikita nila na may dala yung basto ng anak ko. So, hihinto na talaga yung mga sasakyan para po makatawid kami. So, sa pag-aaral naman namin, marami kaming mga pagsubok na naranasan kasi noong nung sa speed pa si Janelle, may BI teacher siya doon at tinuturuan siya ng basic braille writing at reading. So, noong nasa grade 1 na po siya at hanggang ngayon, mag-grade 8 na po, wala na po kaming speed teacher, wala po kaming mga braille books at other braille materials. So, ang hirap po, pero tinutulungan ko po yung anak ko. Ako ang magkuha ng notes po niya sa school. So, mga assignment niya, ako po ang nagbabasa. Yung mga braille po niya, ako po ang magtatranscribe. So, ang hirap talaga kung walang mga braille materials. Lalo na kung yung mga nanay ay wala pong alam na mag-transcribe ng braille. So, sana po matulungan ang school namin ng gobyerno na magkaroon kami ng mga brailler materials para hindi na po ako mahihirapan sa kanyang pag-aaral kasi yung mukha ko palaging nasa school. Baka mairita yung mga teachers na ni Janelle. So, happy White Cane Safety Day celebration at magandang araw po uli. Salamat.
Good morning, Public Philippines, and especially to our Department of Education personnels from MACB organization, Mindanao Advocate for Children Visually Impaired, Cagayan de Oro City, Misamis Oriental. The following are our concerns for the starting of classes the school year 2021-2022. Number 1, lack of trained speed teachers, especially in teaching Braille skills, both elementary and secondary schools. Number 2 concern is the allowances for blended learning, like access of internet or connectivity for the internet, cell phone loads for parent and teacher conference, teacher and students follow-up of learning, and transportation of parents in getting modules to the schools. Also, snacks and school supplies for children. Thank you so much, and God bless us all.
all our presenters. Maraming salamat po. Thank you for sharing us your stories. You've shown us that the true meaning and symbol of our white canes is determination, meaning never give up whatever the situation is. Salamat po sa suporta ng ating mga magulang at gayon din ng ating mga guro upang magpatuloy ang pagbibigay ng kwalidad na edukasyon para sa atin pong mga estudyante. Ngayon po, dakuan na natin, syempre, muli ang atin pong Facebook viewers. Kung kayo po ay may mga katanungan mula po sa atin pong mga presenters, sa atin pong mga non-government organizations representative, sa ATRIB, sa PAVIC, sa Bookshare, sa RBI, at ganoon din po sa Philippine Blind Union, and also doon po sa nag-present ng atin pong mga field stories, you are now welcome to chat your questions or even your comments. And again, I am calling on my partner, Ma'am Ria, for the updates.
Thank you, Miss Joyce. And I'm back, Teacher Ria Canoy Sereno. And once again, good morning, Pilipinas! Mabuhay po kayo lahat ng nakatuto sa kanilang tahanan at live po tayong napapanood sa official Facebook page ng DepEd Philippines. Shout out po sa lahat ng teachers sa Dr. Alejandro Albert Elementary School. Nanonood po sila ngayon at nakatutok tulad nila Teacher Dana and Ma'am Kathleen. Hello po and good morning mga ma'am and sir. Ganon din po sa aming Butihing Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Maria Magdalena M. Lim. Good morning, ma'am. And of course, sa aking magiting na punong guro na si Sir Jose Arminiano. Hi, Sir Joey. And congratulations po for the successful groundbreaking ceremony kahapon for the redevelopment and construction of Dr. Alejandro Albert Elementary School na pinangunahan po ni Manila Mayor Isko Moreno and Vice Mayor Hani Lacuna. Mabuhay po kayo. And for our Facebook page update, so Miss Joyce, meron tayong 267 likers and reactors sa ating official DepEd Philippines FB page, 53 sharers, and 225 views. At marami rin po tayong nakuha mga comments, so please allow me to read. From Miss Madel de la Cruz Mendoza, ang sabi niya, good morning po. Nakakatuwa naman pong makita na hindi talaga hadlang ang kapansanan para magawa ang mga bagay na nagagawa ng ibang tao. Makakatulong po itong programang ito para mas ma-develop ang confidence ng aming mga anak. Salamat po sa inyong lahat. Galing po siya sa Paaralang Pag-ibig at Pag-asa ng San Pablo City, Laguna. And meron din po tayo from Sir or Ma'am BFD Dimabuyu. Ang sabi po niya, to all the organizations and people behind them, God bless and more power. Saluting you for making all the impossible things possible to people with visual impairment. And also, sabi rin niya, God bless Philippine Blind Union for empowering our brethren with visual impairment. More power. And of course, meron din po tayo dito nakita na magandang comment. So, ayun, kanina napanood niya ang ating kuya nagbabalat at bubukas ng buko. Ang sabi niya, from, again, BFTD Mabuy, kaaliw si kuya, nagbabalat at nagbubukas ng buko. Very positive. With God's blessings, kayo po ay yayaman. Ipagpatuloy po ang positibo at masayahing pananaw. And of course, from Ma'am Qteb Mezidro, ang sabi niya po, wow! Praise God na kahit pandemya, patuloy pa rin ang kabuhayan ng may mga kapansanan. And also from Ma'am Jeneline P. Marayog, ang sabi niya po, Happy White Cane Day. Jeneline Marayog po from Batino Elementary School. Nakakamotivate naman po ang mga programa ng Philippine Blind Union. God bless po, sana ay marami pa kayong matulungan. Of course, and let's read some more comments from Ms. Annalisa Grace Gampong. Good morning po, watching from Palimbang Central School, Palimbang 1 District. And of course, from Miss Maresa Salipat. Good morning, everyone. Watching from Balakbaan Elementary School, Tampilisan 2 District. And one of our sharers, si Ma'am Mary Ann David Serrano, ang sabi niya po, good morning po. Watching from Angeles Elementary School. Maraming salamat po sa mga programa niyo para sa mga visually impaired. And from Ma'am, one of our sharers again, si Ma'am Rita A. Aquino. Good morning po. Ma'am Emma Bautista Alarma, watching from Bagong Silang Elementary School. And from Sir Rafi Mergildo Hernandez. Good morning po, watching from Maripipi Central School, Biliran. And ang dami po nating mga comments. Umabot tayong 801 from the comment section. And please, payagan niyo na po akong basa ng ilan sa kanila dahil talaga pong nakaka-overwhelm ang inyong pagsuporta. From Miss Sharma May Bagasina Villafuerte, good morning. Watching from Baybay Sped Center, Liloy, Zamboanga del Norte. And dito po sa ating, sa mga participants po natin, dito sa Google Meet, meron pong, ayan po, si Ma'am Rachel May Karimit. Salamat po sa opportunity na makapag-present sa YK Day. Salamat din po. Yes, I would like to recognize po si Sir Butch Robredo. Hi, sir. Good morning po.
Good morning.
Hi,
Ibig
sir.
ko lang
Good morning.
Good morning. Ibig ko lang pong i-anunsyo na yung aming livelihood assistance program, baka po matapos na namin yan ngayong September, October. Ang sunod po naming projects na sa Philippine Blind Union ay para naman sa mga estudyante. Binubuo po namin ito ngayong last quarter this year at hopeful po kami na makatulong sa mga estudyante na nangangailangan ng assistive devices sa first quarter of next year. Kami po ay nakikipagtulungan sa public, sa Deaf Blind Support Foundation. At siguro po baka kung kakailanganin pa namin, makikiusap din kami sa trip. Yun po ang gusto ko lang ipaalam sa mga nakikinig na hindi lang naman po talaga livelihood ang aming inintindi, kundi pati na rin ang education. Dalawa po kasi ang sa aming pinagtutuunan ng pansin mula pong pumasok yung pandemya. Dalawa lang talaga, livelihood at education. Inuna lang namin yung livelihood dahil po siyempre basic need, food. Isusunod po namin itong sa mga estudyante. Sana po matulungan kami ng Department of Education at saka mga kasamahan natin ng mga organisasyon na tumutulong sa amin na ma-determine ano po ang pinakamurang effective na assistive device para po dahil sa limitasyon sa funds. Sana po makahanap tayo ng pinakamurang effective para lalong mas marami ang ating matulungan. Salamat po sa inyo.
Salamat, Sir Butch. Kaisa niyo po kami. And first of all, congratulations po sa pagsulong na inyong mga projects and programs when it comes to livelihood and education. And very full support po ang Department of Education sa inyo pong programa na pagkuha at pagkaroon po ng maraming assistive devices for our students with visual impairment. Mabuhay po kayo, Sir Butch. At ngayon naman po, we would like to call on Mr. Angelito R. Cortez, the Supervising Education Program Specialist of Bureau of Learning Delivery, Student Inclusion Division, to give us an appreciation of our NGO's effort in helping the department in working together toward a common goal through partnership and advocacy. Good morning, Mr. Cortez. Hi, sir.
Yes, hello. Good morning.
Yes, hello. Good morning.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Take it away, sir.
morning po,
Kumusta
sir.
kayo?
All right. So, first and foremost, I would like to greet everyone good morning and maraming salamat sa pagtugon sa tawag ng Department of Education para sa celebration ng White Cane. And part of a DepEd effort in sustaining education is the strong linkages and partnerships with NGAs, with NGOs and international NGOs to ensure that the needs of visually impaired learners are considered and addressed. It should be emphasized that the role of our partners is very important since your feedbacks provides us from the part of DepEd the necessary inputs with regard to the additional needs of our learners in the field and how these needs can be addressed. And this pandemic opened a lot of opportunities to strengthen partnership and collaboration with stakeholders. And if I may share with you, coinciding with the NDPR celebration, DepEd and Atrieve conducted teacher development program or training on basic ICT and inclusive design training. This activity shows and exemplifies how partnerships can be actually realized for the benefit of our DepEd teachers. So to all our partners on behalf of the Department of Education, the DepEd Secretary Briones, our Undersecretary San Antonio, our Assistant Secretary Almarubi Torio, most especially the Bureau of Learning Delivery, through our able and passionate leaders, our BLD Director, Dr. Leila P. Ariola, our Division Chief, the Chief of Student Inclusion Division, Dr. Jose D. Tuginayo Jr., and through the Advocacy and Partnerships team, headed by yours truly, Angelito Cortez Jr., and the other education program specialists, Ms. Annalyn Aquino, Ms. Jennifer Capistrano, and Mr. Alan Mesoga. We would like to express our deepest and sincerest gratitude to all our partners. Thank you very much to NCDA and PIA from the NGA. And thank you very much to our NGOs, particularly the Atrieve, the PAVIC, Bookshare International, RBI, and the Philippine School for the Blind. And once again, thank you and have a great day ahead, everyone.
Yes, sir. I totally agree with you that partnership between DepEd and our partner NGOs have truly supported and empowered all our programs benefiting our teachers and students. Thank you again, Sir Jake Cortez. And back to you, Miss Joyce.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Ria. So po, maraming salamat po sa lahat ng aming mga nakasama dito po sa Google Meet. Ganun din po sa atin pong mga Facebook live viewers. Maraming salamat din po sa mga nag-present from our non-government organizations and also our partner government agencies in initiating this yearly celebration of the White Cane Safety Day. Ina-acknowledge din po namin ang sama sa amin o pakikisama ng SAC to Host Radio. Maraming salamat for broadcasting this event. And that, ladies and gentlemen, ends up the second day of our White Cane Safety Day celebration. Samahan niyo po kami ulit bukas para sa isa na namang nakaka-excite na mga presentation patungkol naman po sa iba't ibang mga teknolohiya na available para po sa mga may kapansanan sa paningin. Sa pangalan po ulit ng Department of Education, ako po ang inyong naging host sa umagang ito, Joyce Lopez. Isang mapagpalang umaga sa ating lahat.